Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Greetings, TikTok. Give thanks. Where are the prophets of today? Where are our liberators of today? Where are they now? My people, where are your leaders? Where are your prophets? Where are your kings of today? I ask again. Marcus Garvey, he was sold out by his own people. A people who Marcus Garvey loved dearly. He gave up his all. From Jamaica to the Americas, throughout the Caribbean, England, and to Africa. Who killed Marcus Garvey? Who sold out Marcus Garvey? Was it not you, the people? Was it not your ancestors, your foreparents? Was not it the nation of Bagawayas who sold out Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey was stoned upon Plantation X, Jamaica, Stony Gut, by his own people. Again I say, Marcus Garvey was stoned upon Plantation X, Jamaica, by his own people. His people in America broke his heart. People in Jamaica broke his heart. Didn't you know when Marcus Garvey came back to Jamaica, he was a broke man? Broke physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Who cared about Marcus Garvey? Who cared about what he was doing? Not if the people who he was standing up for and fighting for cared about him. So Marcus Garvey came back to Jamaica very sickly. Went into England, resided until he passed away. How long will you kill your prophets? How long will you kill your own kings? How long will you kill your own leaders, your liberators, those who put their life as a sacrifice to see a betterment for a people? The same people who you fight for kill you. The same people you stand up for, they kill you. Marcus Garvey was stoned up on Plantation X, Jamaica. Location Stony Gut, by his own people. By his own people. The system of Jamaica continually kill the liberator of the people. Yes, you destroyed Marcus Garvey. So why after you destroyed Marcus Garvey, you make him a national hero? Why you killed such a good man? And then you make him a national hero? Because you know what the man was doing, it was right. But just because it was he, a black man, so you killed Marcus Garvey and took his vision, took his understanding. Marcus Garvey should have been the political backbone for the people. Alexander Bedward was a final preacher for the backbone of the people. Have not no one told you who was the teacher of Marcus Garvey upon Plantation X, Jamaica? Have not no one told you that Sir Alexander Bedward was he who called Marcus Garvey the Black Moses? It was Sir Alexander Bedward who educated Marcus Garvey on the ways of black supremacy in Africa. When Marcus Garvey entered into Kingston, Alexander Bedward was the champion of the people. Was he who the people looked up to. Alexander Bedward, born 1848, from Plantation X, Jamaica. Location, Matildas Corner. Alexander Bedward was ordained leader of a Free Baptist Church by Shakespeare Woods. Alexander Bedward was he who set the captives free, mentally, physically, spiritually, upon the land of Plantation X, Jamaica, Freetown, today present-day Augustown. It was Alexander Bedward who built the first free black church, the free black school, the first black bank, a hospital. Yes, up in Freetown, today present-day Augustown. Alexander Bedward created Jamaica before it was created. Alexander Bedward was the model, and he is the model, and today still is the model of Jamaica. It was he was a teacher of Marcus Garvey. It was he who Marcus Garvey favored. Alexander Bedward was he. Alexander Bedward was feared by the system, the elites, the Queen, the Pope. Because Alexander Bedward was he who gathered the people and set them free upon Plantation X, Jamaica, creating a community, over 15,000 free black people. Within the 18th century, early 19th century. Alexander Bedward said, I saw a white wall in a vision, and in another vision I saw a black wall. He said the next vision, I saw the black wall growing so mightyful that the white wall was surprised. That was the beginning and the rebirth and the rising of the black man's kingdom. Alexander Bedward was feared upon Plantation X, Jamaica. He was a leader, man of love, man of honor, respect. You killed him. You destroyed him. You fight against him. You killed the last preacher which ever existed. You dormant his name. Just like you killed Marcus Garvey. Just like how you killed Sam Sharp. Just like how you killed Paul Bogle. I say unto you now, stop killing your prophets. Stop killing your prophets. Stop killing those who stand up and fight for you. That is why today now many people say the men are very fearful in these times. Men have become fearful by reasons of the same people around him. If he stand up to fight for a cause, the same people around him will sell them out. Someone now will stand up and say, I will fight for the people. And the same people will fight for those same people. They sell you out. The same people that they fight for. The same people that they stand up for. The same people that they give up their life as a sacrifice for. Those same people, they turn their back on you. So many want to study history and become very fearful by reasons of the people. So change gonna come. Change gotta come from the people. Gaddafi. They killed Gaddafi. 42 years Gaddafi built Libya. 42 years. 42 years. Gaddafi gave his life as a sacrifice against the European and Western powers to uplift and strengthen Libya. The same people of Libya killed Gaddafi. Gaddafi gave you free education in Libya, free hospital, free access. He gave you water. He gave you electricity. If a child wanted to leave Libya and go to the Americas to study and further their education, Gaddafi paid for it. No poor people was in Libya. No homeless was in Libya. Until Gaddafi died. You, the people of Libya, you killed Gaddafi. You united with the Prime Minister of Uganda and you killed Gaddafi. And this tried only hope Africa have to unite in its own self and in its own right. How long will you kill your prophets? How long will you kill your kings? How long will you destroy your people? The more you kill your prophets, the more you kill your kings, the more you kill your priests, the more you suffer. The more you suffer. The more you suffer. And now the people in Libya are suffering. The first time for 50 years, the people in Libya are suffering. Again, I say, for the first time in 50 years, the people in Libya are suffering. And everything is taken away from you. Your gold, your land, your oil, everything. By the power who you respect, Western European power, who you choose to love over Gaddafi. Now you people of Libya will become tenants upon Libya. You are, all those free education, you have to pay for it now. All those free water, you have to pay for it now. All those free hospitality, you have to pay for it now. by reasons of your ignorance and being a traitor against the person who love you. All those free education, those free hospitality, all those free tradition cut because the Western and European power will in place bills upon you. Now you shall become tenants. You Africans, you speak of BRICS. What is BRICS? Brazil, Russia, India, China, Africa. What is BRICS? What is BRICS? Notice Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So Africa will be taken over by Europe and Western power in full control. Africa, now you shall be tenants upon your own land. From the north to the south. From the north unto the south. Even unto the west of Africa. You shall all be tenants upon your land by reasons of the ignorance of your political leaders. Of the ignorance of your people who have been misled. Africa will be taken away from you, the people, at its total. You Africans who will be tenants upon your own land. Mark my word. By reasons of the ignorance of your political leaders. Seeking power, seeking friendship from Europe and the Western world, who cares not about the people of Africa. No. They care not about the people of Africa. But the reserves, the wealth, the oil, diamond, gold, silver, the rubber, and many more resources which encompass the lands of Africa. So I see over and over, the people have become a traitor against their leader. I know one day you, the people in Libya, would sorry that you sold out Gaddafi. Yes, you will sorry the day you sold out Gaddafi. Just like you sold out John Brown in the Americas. You kill the prophets. You kill the kings. You have no one to fight for you. How long shall you kill your prophets while we stand aside and look? It was said long time ago. It was said long time ago. How long will you kill your prophets and stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. It's not good. It's not good for the health of a nation. It's not good for the health of a people. No, it's not good. Religion, politics. It's a curse. It's a curse. Religion and politics is war. confusion and contention. Yes, it is. From the Sabbath unto the Sunday. Today, this morning, Sunday, worshippers of the sun god. Amen. Ra. Religion care not about the people. Religion destroy a people, manipulate a people. When will thy people unite in their own right, without politics, nor religion, nor regards to race? When will thy people unite? As I've said before, I'm not an African. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Jew. I'm not a Christian. I'm not an Arab. All those are gangs. Every religious and every ethnic party, they are gangs. Gangs against humanity. I say again, in June 1022, Jerusalem was ravished by the Christians of Rome. Black Jews and black people were killed in multitude. Again, date June 1022. Go check it out. Beginning of the destroy and the destruction of the black man's kingdom, coming up to 1492. So this war between Esau and Jacob, Esau, Edom, and Jacob, Israel, is not the war of the population. It's a religious war. And many people are dying for too long in the name of Esau and Jacob, Islam and Christianity. Islam nor Christianity cares not about the people. The Islamic religion is about the sword and war and death and crime and violence. So do the Christian religion. Many people die by the sword of religion more than anything else upon creation. The Islamic people enslave, they kill, they torture, they destroy in the name of Allah. And so do Christianity. They kill and destroy and manipulate in the name of their God and their Savior Jesus Christ. Religion does not care about the people. Religion only rob from the people and enslave the people. Who is there today to protect the morals of the people? The church have failed. Education have failed. The leaders have failed. Who is there today to protect thy morals of thy people? Who is here today? Which government, which leader, which establishment is here today to protect the morals of the people? Everyone has gone astray. Everyone has gone astray by reasons of material and whoredom. Empty you come upon this land and empty you go. Empty you come upon this land and empty you go. While losing your soul and your moral just to gain material and vanity and legacy. And empty you come upon this earth, so empty you go. Love not this world, not the things thereof. Because he or she who love this world have not the love of the father, nor their mother, nor their brother, nor their sister in them. You know how many people get up this morning and don't say good morning to a brother, and don't say good morning to a sister, don't say good morning to a child, don't say good morning to a tree, Don't look up in the suns and the light and say, give thanks. But they just kill somebody, or they just rob somebody, or they might chat somebody, or they might fight against somebody, or they hate somebody, and they don't give thanks. Come on, man. Come on, 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 come on. I see I go to church. The church is for sinners. So within the church, it is filled with sinners, not righteous people, sinners. The church is built for sinners. Give those with sorrow strong drink. Wine is built for those with sorrows. So give them the wine. And they drunk their sorrows. But yet till tomorrow morning, their sorrows still exist. So they need more wine. What is the sense? What is the sense? You're going to church this morning and you walk past 10 church before you reach your church, which is 11 church. You are at war with 10 church. You walk past 10 different church brothers and sisters to enter your church and you don't say good morning. Because in your mind, your church is better than the next 10 church you passed. Every church is fighting against each church because every church wants the population of the mass and their offering. It's a divide and rule system, church and state. Where is the true love of the people? Where is the true love of the people? The people have lost their light. The leaders have lost the light. The people are blind. If the light of the leaders are lost, how shall the people see thy path? The leaders have broken the lamp. They have opened the candle. So shall thy people see thy way. It all boils down to you, my friend. How you treat yourself and how you treat life. Life will treat you. Leaders doesn't care about you. Government doesn't care about you. The church doesn't care about you. The state doesn't care about you. Police doesn't care about you. Soldier doesn't care about you. Lawyer doesn't care about you. The judge doesn't care about you. The jury does not care about you. It's all about their benefits and their gain. The system, the people are nothing but lambs to slaughter. They are nothing but goyans, chattels, goods. That is what they see the people as. How long will you be a goyan? How long will you be a chattel? How long will you be a goods? How long will you be at service for a system that deprives you of life? Rise, my people. It's only you can liberate yourself deep within yourself. You know the right thing to do. You got to do it before it's too late. The government will not save you. The church will not save you. And don't think another man or a woman or a child will save you. And don't think a man will come from sky, which don't exist, and save you. Nothing in the sky. Nothing in the sky. I'm telling you about no Mars and no Jupiter and no Pluto. Nothing in the sky. Nobody knows that space, and no man can go in space to live. They might try to destroy Earth and pollute Earth, and I try to find escape route. No one know out of sky if you live. No one know out of sky if you live. So it don't make no sense to come tell me say you go out of sky go live, or you pack up and go out of sky go live. No one know out of sky if you live. So science failed. Your science have failed. and tell a lot of lies about moon and Mars. Science tell a lot of lie. Your science have failed. Your inventions have no use. And there's nowhere to live out of space. So don't think say, una go mash up Earth and find somewhere out of space to live to take you and your family them and say you are build one flying ark to go out of space go live. There's no place out there to live. None. Nobody know out there. So don't try to destroy Earth and say you got space go live. No one out there to live, bro. And under the ocean, some rotted creature. So when you talk about no one go long under the ocean go live, and then you see some different type of creature. Because everything already placed in them space where each and everything live. Man live on earth, bird live up in the sky, fly up in the sky, moon and star and the same thing, and sun live up in the sky. And fish and creature live on the ocean and the sea and the water. And man make live on earth. So now try to mash up earth and try to go find else place to live. It make no sense. You see it? The earth is thy law. Again, the earth is thy law and the fullness thereof. And all that dwell therein. So there's nowhere else to live. So don't destroy earth, the land, the mountain, the ocean, the river, the stream, the trees, and all these things. Don't destroy them and things you have somewhere else. If you go escape, if you go live after you destroy earth. So people have to look into everything. That is our reason. We can't be ignorant and we can't be arrogant. We can't be self-centered neither. No. Cannot be ignorant, cannot be arrogant, and can't be self-centered. Divide and rule. That them do. That is what they do. Divide and rule. Black man, white man, Chinaman, Syrian, Asian, and give all on our history. And the whole on the history them go now, fight against each other on the history. You think say the man who enslaved you go show you God? Ah, you another idiot. You think say the slave master go show you say this is the way to see God, or this is the way to life. You think say those who have it in a captive are going to give you the right Bible, or am going to give you the right book, or am going to give you the right education. All them mad no fuck. The slave master nah go give you the knowledge to help you. The slave master I give the knowledge where I go help you help him as a slave master. Him now go educate you. That's you can go help yourself and step away from him and him system and free yourself. So yeah, so you have 10 subjects and 15 subjects and 20 subjects and 30 subjects. That's why so many educated people with so many educated subjects. They now no work and them sit down on sidewalk. Enough of them now through this education so big what they have. It even chip them brain. Enough educated people sit down on sidewalk like madman and madwoman. Listen again, enough educated people out there road. Sit down like a madman or a mad woman. Then get insane because them have so many degrees, so many subjects, so many bachelor degrees, and so many this, so many this, so many that, so many qualifications. But guess what? There's no job, there's no access. And with so much education, enough of them full of pride and shame. Them not go work on one site and say, hey, what I go on? I go spin two shovel on that site, you know, or him know mason work, or him have a trade, or him go burn a coal skill, or him go do some farming. No, she have this 20 or 30 or 40 subject and hold up a bachelor degree. Him full of too much bomb buckle and pride for go till the soil. So you want to go on education, kill him. You think a little bit of you go through 16 years of education and come out to nothing. By the time mother and father take him money and open to the blood clot business, it's better upon them. Because now if you run through all a 16, 17 years of education and still come out without no job and no access, and the mother and father still a suffer, and him still live in a mother and him father house, and him still a eat out a mother and father pot. And him have 30 subject and with a bachelor degree. No work no there, no access no there. So now come tell me say, education make him be a better man. The education with the slave master give you have to help him as a slave master to count him pussy clad chicken. And that education with the slave master give you enough education to help the slave master to count him chicken. You know. And weigh him blood clot sugar. You know. And measure him cane. You know. That is the education you get. Don't think you get education to come be better than anything in the slave master society. You got to be kidding. Yeah. Yeah. If you know that, you know. You got to know. Yeah, Papa. Education fail. And them not tell you. They are afraid to tell you. Education fail. Their education system fail. Yes, I. Government fail. Both political party fail. And court system fail. All of them system fail. Churchical system fail. Them activist system fail. Cause watch out. Most of the people who are activists, you know, are the same slave master them and the oppressor them. Give them money for maintain the activist group. And while them are giving them the money, them are tell them say, you are going now. Make sure you say, I this you do with the money, I enough to do that with the money. You understand? So most of them group say them are bomb buckler activists, the people them. They don't sell out already. You hear that? Them don't sell out already. Most of the people them who say them are activists, them don't sell out. Because them are get financed by the same slave master. Just like IMF. IMF will finance the government pan project, but IMF will tell the government say, what them for do with the money. You understand? Why you feel no road? Why you feel no road no build with IMF money? Why you feel no school no build with IMF money? Why you feel no hospital no build with IMF money? You know how long check out Jamaica. You have public hospital, you have university hospital, and you have one hospital when you're St. Anne's Hospital. Those are the three major hospitals in Jamaica. You know. You understand? You know how long a school will build in Jamaica. You know how long a school, the government will build a school in Jamaica. You know how long a school will build. So the IMF will even finance a country and lend them money. Them tell them where to invest the money in. That's why them have anti when in the IMF test, and if the government can't pass then they test the right blood clot way. They're not giving them no blood clot money. So IMF don't want the money spent on no blood clot education system. To build a blood clot school. So the education of the people then get can help you. CAT, cat and RAT rat, and BAT bat, and MAT mat, and FAT fat, and SAT sat. You know, that's all it, blood clot of the night. It can help you to rise away from the system and free yourself. So the slave master and the oppressor now go give you the right education. Because the slave master will never want you to rise out of slavery or poverty and know yourself. And that it is all about, you know, keeping the people from not knowing yourself. You understand? Because check it and dig this now. You see, the moment me know myself, me I go help you and you and you and you and you and each and everyone pan the life. If you know yourself, and you say, oh no, Una go help each and everyone around you and you and you and you and you to know themselves. So you are going now. That is why the system keep the people manipulated and ignorant for not know themselves and know who they are and know where they're coming from. You understand? The more you're ignorant of not knowing the past, there's no forward. Because you have to know where you come from to know which part you go. You understand? As if you don't know where you're coming from, you're not going to know where you go or where you go. You understand? If you don't know, say, other person usually show respect to your father. You will grow up and come disrespect a person. But if you have been taught and know where you come from, for you see that person, you're not going to violate them. You're not going to disrespect them because you know where you come from. You know where you come from. You know you're the father, that person, you're your father and the person you come from. So you know where you come from. So you're the person, you're not going to have good understanding. Because you know where it come from. Just like no people hate certain people, because you are going, they know where it come from. So, me advise every people know where you're coming from. Not just get up and say, me a African, me a black man, me a this, me a that. No, there's something more than that. And the moment you know where you're coming from, you have to find a purpose in where you're coming from. Because I don't live for destiny. I'm on a journey. I don't live for a destiny. I don't know what is destiny. I just know I'm on a journey. You understand? So you see, knowing yourself is a very, very important thing. Not knowing yourself, say, black or this or white. No. Knowing what is inside of you. Knowing the purpose that we instill in you. Know that shining light. Find that reverence with deep inside of you. You understand? Just look deep within yourself and find self. Try to understand self. Try to understand who you are. What makes you alive. What is your purpose here. What journey you are on. Try to find yourself. Many people are trying to find money, house, car, this, that. And the more material they try to find. Because watch out, you find money, money maintain money. You want a house, money maintain house. And them the thing that don't try to find that because all those are vanity. Try to find self, who you are, that instill purpose that deep inside of you. Because all that we come on earth, just for a reason, a cause, because when you come through the channel of life, book drops off nothing at all, But it is you who mold yourself to become what you are. So you have to be careful of how you make the system mold you. Because the education system with them give is to fight against each other. And the system of education with them give is to count sheep for slave master. The education where you get is not for rise or lift you or free you. Have you keep in a bondage. Alright, dig this. Your birth paper. You don't own your birth paper. You understand? You don't own your birth paper. You don't own your driver's license. You don't own your TRN. You don't own your national insurance number. You don't own your bank book. You don't own your passport. You don't own your visa. All these are issued. And they can be taken away from you. So you have to understand the type of world you live in. You're a captive. You're a prisoner. Again, you don't own your passport. You don't own land. I went to buy one piece of land for 500 million. You don't own it. You're a landholder. The passport you have is owned by the government. Your visa where you have is a permission. It is not owned by you. It can be taken up. It can be taken back. Your driver's license can be taken back. Your ID can be taken back. All these things can be taken back from you. That simply means, who are you? Who are you? What is your purpose upon this land? Who are you? told you, you're a Goyan. You're a bond. If I read about stocks and bonds, you are a part of it. Every human being, you are a part of it. Writing your name in capital dead letters. That is why they say write your name in capital letters, bold letters. Notice it's only in a cemetery and on dead headstone. Yesterday was capital letters writing a name. So if you go look at a job and then see write your name in a capital letter, they know say one more dead this come. When you go to Babs and write your name in a big old capital letter, they say no, say this is one more dead come. Because writing the name in capital letter represents you are a body, you are owned. You're owned. So you say, who is free? And what is freedom? Every government is a slave. Prime Minister is a slave. The President is a slave. All their ministers are slaves. The meaning of government. Govern, control, ment, coming from the word mente, mind. Govern, mente, control, mind. The governments, mind, are already controlled. So they teach the government now to teach us the ways of mind control. That is why all these crime and violence is going on, because many of the youths are not mind controlled by the government. Many of the youths are not governmented. Listen again. Many of the youths are not governmented, mind controlled. Many of the youths are not mind controlled. So the governments are perfect slaves. The government are perfect slaves. Their minds are controlled by reasons of position, authority, money, access, which they have and get and receive to live above the minority, who they want now to be the majority. Government, mind control. No. It's not everyone is going to accept this mind controlism. It's not everyone is going to accept a government. No, it's not everyone is going to accept a government. It's not everyone is going to be mind controlled. No. You're always going to have revolutionaries. You always want to have revolters. You always have some tough head when you call him, and some dunce bat when I have no sense. Yes. So as I've said before, education, religion, politics, science, they all fail. Combine it together, you fail again. Where's the order in order? It seems as if there's more order in disorder. Religion, politics, crime, violence. It won't save you. You got to save yourself. You got to love a brother. You got to love a sister. You got to love life. You got to have remorse. You got to say sorry when it's necessary. You got to share. You got to give. You got to forgive. You got to show charity. Self answers turn to be wrath. You got to show love, my brother. You got to show love, my sister. Each one teach one just to reach one. You got to help each other. It's the only way out. It's not for us to oppress each other. That's not the way out. That only let the prisons fill and jailhouse fill and government win. Never let government win. Let's unite. Stop selling out your prophets. Stop selling out your great people. Stop selling out those who fight for you. Stop selling out those who have that heart-burning desire to set you free from the hands of those who oppress you. Stop killing out such persons. Protect your prophets. Protect your kings. Protect your queens. Protect those who you see have the capability to stand up for you. Again, I say, Marcus Garvey was stoned upon the soil of Plantation X, Jamaica, in the land of Stony Gut by his own people. Marcus Garvey was forsaken by his own people. At the time when Marcus Garvey needed them most, they turned their back on him. They lied on him. They envied him. They hated him. And Marcus Garvey died unhappy. Again, I say, Marcus Garvey died an unhappy man, neglected by a people who he fight for. So do Alexander Bedford. So do Harriet Tubman. So do John Brown. So do Martin Luther King. So do Malcolm X. So do Gaddafi. Those who they fight for, kill them, destroy them, and sold them out. How long shall you kill your prophets? How long? Again, I say, how long will you kill your prophets? If this verse is your First Nations Federation. How long will you kill your prophets? How long will you kill those who fight for you? Can't you see, by reasons of these things, men have become very fearful to fight for the people. You have made men become cowards. Men have become cowards. The only braveness in a man is to kill his brother or to kill his sister. But to stand up against the beast and the system is a coward. Again, I say, the men of today only have the power to destroy around them, destroy their brother, destroy their sister. Plunder the shops, plunder the bars, and plunder the people around them. But for he to stand up for justice against the beasts of this world, he will never. So almost you say you're a bad man. You're not a bad man, you're a cowardice. Because your only fight is against the people who are simple. You'll never stand up and fight the beast. You'll never stand up and fight the giant. You rather unite with the giant against the simple people. Take their money from them and forcing simple people to vote. Taking money from them and keeping the simple people silent. You're not a bad man, you're a coward. Men have become coward. Men have become cowards of this earth. Men are afraid to go to war against the beasts of this earth. They are rather fight against their brother or their sister. And the beast is getting away. And the beast is getting away. The beast which oppresses us all. Men have become coward. Men and women have become coward. Again, I say, men and women have become cowards. Men and women only can fight against their self. A woman have the power in herself to tear down a man and fight against a man and fight against her brother and fight against her sister and fight against her mother. But for her to stand up against the system and fight against it. She will never. She's a coward. For a sister to stand up against the mighty evil system and fight against it, she will not. She's a coward. But to fight against her husband, or fight against her baby father, or fight against her brother, or fight against her sister, or fight against person who's around her, that's simple. That's the way of their life. To tear them around them, tear down each other, and let the system get away, and let the system get paid. Because while you tear down your brother and tear down your sister, it causes war among you. Someone can die, and the system will win. The jail will win. The court will win. The lawyer will win. The jurors will win. The priest will win. And you will be in captive, and one will die. That's the way of the system. Fucking fools. You got to stand up. You got to re-educate yourself. You got to re-educate yourself. You got to re-edify yourself. You got to re-know yourself. You got to rename yourself. You got to rename yourself. Rebirth, reborn from deep within yourself. Man and woman have become cowards. They all accept brutality from the system and then take it out on each other. When the system brutalizes you, then you take it out on each other. That's evil. That's wrong. Let's stand up, my people. Let's stand up. And there must be a point to start. Let's stand up. Or else many more will suffer. Many more will die. Don't ask me why. It was already said. How long will you kill your prophets? And stand aside and look. Some say it's just a part of it. They got to fulfill the books. Whose books? Whose books got to be fulfilled by the killing of our prophets? Whose book? Whose book got to be fulfilled by killing out of our prophets? Whose book? I say, blessed is he who walketh not in the counsels of the ungodly, nor the evil as godless, but meditate day and night upon the law of life, the love of his people, and the suffering that abound them, the destitution of their heart, and the punishment they have been through, wanting to liberate them. Stop killing your prophets. Stop killing your kings. Stop killing those who fight for you. Again, I say Libya will suffer. Libya will suffer. Libya, Gaddafi gave you free education, free hospital, free water, free electricity. No poor peoples in Libya. None, not one. If one have a house, some call it a flat. No one was homeless in Libya. No mad nor sick people was walking the street of Libya. But you, the people of Libya, you sold out Gaddafi, and now hunger filled the street of Libya, and you shall suffer, and you shall suffer. Libya, you shall suffer. Libya, you shall suffer. Libya, you shall suffer. Libya, you shall suffer. You kill your savior. You kill your savior. Africa, you shall become tenants upon your own land, because you are corrupted amongst yourselves. Leaders of Africa, you are evil. You are linked with Europe and the Western world and carrying down each other in Africa. All you leaders in Africa, one day you will be sorry. By your choices, Africa will be taken over, and it will be the nether USA, United States of America, Africa, and it will be taken away from you. You upon Africa and the continent will be tenants. You, an African continent, will be tenants. I say unto you, from the north unto the south, unto the east, unto the west, upon the continent of Africa, you will be tenants. By reasons of the choices of your leaders, your land, your gold, your precious jewelry and diamonds will be taken away from you. Corrupted leaders upon the continent of Africa. I'm not an African. And I will never be an African. Leaders upon the continent of Africa, you are corrupted. You are evil against each other. I know you're speaking of BRICS. You will never be successful because BRICS is a European and a Western plan. BRICS is a European and a Western plan to take Africa by force. Have a good day. Thank you. Love you. Respect for viewing. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.